This question has been lingering in my mind for quite some time now. For the longest time, P-2 has undeniably been the hardest level in the game, consisting of back-to-back rooms of really hard encounters. I mean, it's a prime sector, it's gotta be hard, right? But in the recent few updates, and especially Fraud's release, I've been thinking, does P-2 still hold the title of the hardest level? Or has it been quietly overthrown by another level? I'll be going over two contenders that I believe have the potential to overthrow P-2 as the hardest level. To set the groundwork, we will be playing on Brutal and will be trying to P-rank. The first encore level, 0-E, introduces radiant enemies. Granted, for the most part, I don't think it affects that much in terms of gameplay, except at the end where you fight two radiant servers. This level amalgamates all parts of Prelude into one big level. And if you know anything about Prelude, it means that many arenas are very cramped. We can't talk about 0-E without mentioning the heat resistance mechanic, which starts midway through the level. Let's start with the raw numbers, just straight facts. P-2 P-rank requirements is this. On the other hand, 0-E's P-rank requirements is this. So what I'm trying to say is, you have to kill more things, more stylishly, and in less time in 0-E than P-2. Obviously, this doesn't mean that 0-E is automatically harder than P-2. Controversial take incoming. I think the two Radiant servers at the end of 0-E is harder than Sisyphus Prime. Let me explain. Assuming no insta-kills for either, the arena of the Serbs is very cramped, and accounting for the fact that the Serbs can dash twice with no parryable melee attacks, this fight is frustratingly hard. Rockets, the main weakness of Serbs, aren't easy to use, as once again, the room is very small and you will take self-damage when you're not careful. Sisyphus Prime is a fair boss with a huge arena with well telegraphed and parryable attacks. Also, let's talk about hardest non-boss arenas. In P-2, it would either be the Idol Stalker or Idol Mindflayer room. The latter I'll be using for the point of discussion. The Idol Mindflayer room is wide, long and tall, which is great for dodging projectiles. In 0-E, I reckon the Idol Maurice room is the hardest room. Genuinely, who designed this hellhole of a room? You have to dodge the Maurice orbs and its laser in a room smaller than an average studio apartment somehow. And you also have to keep track of the schisms and soldiers and the servers. Once the sword machine comes in, it's not that bad, but still, this room sucks. So that's all for 0-E, but how about the other level? Well, in the recent Fraud update, it brought about 8-3 Disintegration Loop. This level is the longest level in the game, and completing it is one thing, but P-ranking it? Well, let's go over it. This level consists of 3 main parts, which are represented by the 3 main OSTs that play during the level. The level relies on portals for the first 2 parts, and low gravity for the last part, to throw you off if you've gotten too used to standard Ultrakill gameplay. This isn't really a problem for a lot of people, but if you're playing on a laptop or a potato setup, this level, and most of Fraud, can do a number on your system, making you play worse on lower FPS. Notably, this level introduces the power, basically a mini Gabriel that appears infrequently throughout the level. Again, starting with raw numbers, we can see that 8-3's P-rank requirements far surpass that of P-2. Let's address the elephant in the room, the length of the level. You need some serious mental fortitude to stay vigilant and keep up with the constant shifting of the rooms for like 15 minutes on average. The encounters aren't that easy either, with most rooms containing at least one medium to large size enemy from Guttermen, Providences, and Powers. Many of these aren't even in P-2. Sure, you've got rooms in P-2 like the Blood Spaghetti Tunnels, which granted, is a pretty difficult room with a very scary hazard. But like, when you know the strategy on how to clear, it's really not that bad. Speaking of strategy, P-2 has like 7 total fights excluding the boss. It's quite easy to remember what you're supposed to do for each room. 8-3 on the other hand has like 1 fraudulent rooms. I think there are quite a number of hard rooms in 8-3 also. Notably, Final Red Skull Room, Final Blue Skull Room, Double Powers, and the Idle Hideous Mass Room. There are plenty of arenas in 8-3 where you can trip up and die if you're not careful. In conclusion, I think these levels can give P-2 a run for its money for title of hardest level. Feel free to disagree with me. I'd like to hear what y'all think is the hardest level in the game.